who are your friends? You see, majority of the time, we use the word friends carelessly, but in essence or in reality, we do not actually know what the word or what the term friends actually means. It has been often said that, when the purpose of a thing is not known, abuse is inevitable. It has been, majority of the time, it has happened that, we use the word friends carelessly, or we use it ignorantly without really knowing what it actually means, or what its essence is supposed to be. And this has led us into, this has led us into keeping all kind of people around our abode, around our our our, our lives, around our vicinity, around our neighborhood in quotes. Let me use that word, neighborhood. But in essence, these people are not truly our friends. You see, Abraham Lincoln said that, Abraham Lincoln, at one time president of the United States, he said that your friend is a person who shares the same enemy as you do. What does this mean? This means that whoever person that happened to be your friend is somebody whom most likely that the both of you share a common value together. It may not be 100% in terms of value, but you guys share a very likelihood of ideas, belief, concept, and the rest of them, even philosophy together. You guys must actually reason the same way. These are kind of people that, are most likely going to be your friends. You understand? There's a part of the scripture that says that, two cannot work together. If I'm not mistaken, I think it should be in Amos. That two cannot work together except they agree. So, but the both of you to become friends, that means the both of you, whether it's 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, whatever the number is, for you guys to become friends, it then most likely mean that, there are things that the both of you guys have agreed upon, that you guys have shared a belief upon. You understand? You've shared philosophy, you've shared ideas. Hence, it is this thing that is now tying you guys together, that is making you guys to become what? Friends. There's also another saying that's, show me your friend and I will tell you who you are. Now, this means that, you cannot be a friend to somebody who, let's just use the word, a drunkard now, and you are not a drunkard. You can also be a friend to somebody who belongs to a bad gang and you are not a member of that bad gang. You understand? Although in very rare occasion it happens, but in its broader reality, people will tend to tag you or flag you as as somebody who is also doing such bad thing that your friend is also doing. You understand? So what am I trying to say? The people you call your friends today are most likely going to are playing a very crucial role that is affecting your life either negatively or positively. You understand? For instance, if these people happen to be your friend, they are sharing to you indirectly of you knowing, they are sharing to you a kind of philosophy that, that will either affect you negatively on the long run or to affect you positively on the long run. And in most times is the influence are usually in very subtle ways that you might not actually be able to envisage easily. You understand? So you might not be able to envisage it easily unless over time before you can now come to understand it or come to understand how it's typically affecting your life. You understand? Now, this also means that, your friends, since both of you are having similar beliefs, similar philosophy, similar ideologies, not 100%, it therefore also means that the both of you can also plan something positively, or you guys can also plan something positively, be it 1, 2, 3. You guys can or should be able to plan something positively that can affect the life of all in that particular circle positively. And if you have a friend or you have friends and you guys are together, you guys are not planning anything positively that can move the friendship forward, or that can move the clique, or they can move the circle forward, either instantly or in the future, then it's most likely that your friendship, you guys are just joking with yourself. You guys are not doing anything meaningful. You guys are just wasting each other's time. Look at majority of the biggest empire that we have in the world today, and even in previous time. They were built by friends. Why some were built by, some of those empires were built by a family members. That means a brother and a nephew and a cousin. They come together and they plan something. They come together and they plan something productive, something useful, and stuff like that. How about Mark Zuckerberg? How about Jack Ma, the richest man in China at the moment? You understand? So a lot of other top big names like that. Okay, how about Elon Musk? You might have heard some of his story whereby he said that he does himself and his brother, they do dirty job during the day, then at night they do coding, they do programming, and stuffs like that. So the beginning of his empire was actually built by him alongside with his what? With his brother. You understand? So whoever your circle is, whoever your friends is, whoever your clique is, whoever your gang in quote. When I say gang here, it's not a bad gang. Disclaimer, I'm not talking about a bad gang here. I'm talking about people that you share similar ideas together. People should be working on projects that that people can think back in time and even you yourself, you'll be glad that the both of you became friends as a result of what the both of you have actually produced in the future. You understand? So that's what I want you to do. Your friends should not just be people whom you come together to drink alcohol, to spend money lavishly, or to spend money unnecessarily. They should be people that you are doing. So you guys are coming together to do something productive with your life, something that will make the next phase of your life to be a wonderful one, to be a productive one, to be a possible one, to be a better one. You understand? So that's what I want you to. That's what you should do if you have friends. You understand? And like I've said earlier in subsequent of my videos, that it is better you do not have friends at all than to have friends and they are what? They are pulling you down. It is better not to have friends at all than to have friends and they are what? And they are pulling you down, or they are not allowing you to grow. You understand? So you and your friends, they should not just be your friends, they should be your partner in growth. This is Deficit Podcast, and I will talk to you in the next one. As usual, peace.